7 isometric postures used by Shaolin monks to create incredible strength and endurance, and challenge aging. Have you ever realized that nowadays we are bombarded with messages claiming that we need the latest supplements, the most expensive machines, and the most complex programs to transform our body? That's right. The modern fitness industry has created an impossible paradigm. Bodies so inflated by hormones that they border on grotesque, unattainable standards that make us feel inadequate and insufficient. But who really wants that kind of disproportionate appearance besides competitors and influencers trapped in this destructive cycle? What you really want is functional strength, lasting health, mobility to enjoy life, and a natural appearance that radiates vitality, exactly what Shaolin monks have cultivated for centuries. That's why today you will see 7 ancestral isometric postures capable of strengthening not only the visible muscles, but the deep systems that sustain true health. No equipment, no expensive supplements, no hormones. Before we begin, please tell us through the comments your name and the city where you are watching our content from. We would love to know. Exercise number 1, hollow body hold. The Shaolin monks understood something that modern science has only recently confirmed. True strength begins at the center of the body. The hollow body hold is not just an exercise. It is a millenary practice that monks use to develop an unshakable core, fundamental for all other martial disciplines. This apparently simple posture hides a complexity that transcends generations. The monks realized that, unlike dynamic exercises that produce momentary strength, isometric postures develop a type of sustained strength that remains even when the body ages. That is why we see elderly Shaolin masters still capable of demonstrating impressive physical feats. The benefits of the hollow body hold go far beyond aesthetics. This posture strengthens the deep stabilizing muscles of the abdomen, including the transversus abdominis, a muscle that most modern exercises simply cannot activate adequately. These muscles are crucial for spinal health and for preventing back pain that typically accompanies aging. Recent studies from Harvard University have demonstrated that strengthening these deep stabilizing muscles is directly related to longevity and physical independence at advanced ages. People with a strong core have 67% less chance of suffering incapacitating spinal injuries after age 60. To correctly execute the hollow body hold, lie on your back and firmly press the lower part of your back against the floor. Lift your shoulders and legs off the floor, creating a shallow boat shape with your body. Hold this position while breathing steadily. This is where the real test begins. What makes this posture so special is that it targets the deep, stabilizing muscles that regular abdominal exercises cannot reach. These are the muscles that provide true core stability and keep your spine healthy as you age. A common mistake when executing this posture is arching the back, losing contact with the floor. This not only drastically reduces the benefits, but can also overload the lower back region. Always keep the lower part of your back pressed against the floor, as if you were trying to flatten your spine. Exercise number 2, horse stance. The horse stance, or mabu as it is traditionally known, is considered by Shaolin masters as the foundation of all true strength. This posture is not just an exercise, it is a test of character, determination, and ability to transcend discomfort to achieve a new level of physical development. In the Shaolin tradition, beginner monks often spent hours per day in this position before even learning any other technique. They understood that without the solid foundation that the horse stance provides, no other training would be truly effective. It is a perfect demonstration of the philosophy that patience and consistency overcomes sporadic and intense effort. What makes the horse stance particularly effective as an anti-aging tool is its ability to strengthen the main muscle chains that support our body against gravity. As we age, leg and lower back strength diminishes, directly affecting our mobility and independence. This exercise attacks exactly these critical areas. The benefits of this isometric posture are extraordinary. First, it simultaneously strengthens quadriceps, glutes, and adductors. the main muscles that allow us to stand, sit, climb stairs, and walk with confidence. Second, it develops a deep muscular endurance that most modern exercises simply cannot replicate. Third, it significantly improves core stability, creating a solid foundation for all movements. To correctly execute the horse stance, stand with your feet wider than your shoulders and toes slightly outward. Lower yourself until your thighs are parallel to the floor, keeping your back straight and core engaged. Hold this position for 30 to 60 seconds, breathing steadily. This exercise works quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings simultaneously while developing primal strength that makes everyday movements easier. A common mistake I observe is when people project their knees forward beyond the line of the feet, placing excessive stress on the joints. Your knees should be aligned with your ankles, and weight should be distributed equally between the front and back of your feet. Another frequent misconception is relaxing the glutes and lower back region. To maximize benefits, maintain a slight contraction in the glutes throughout the entire posture, as if you were trying to hold a coin between them. Exercise number 3, bow stance. Bow stance, also known as archer's stance, represents one of the fundamental pillars of Shaolin training. This position is not just a strength exercise, but an embodied philosophy, the balance between stability and mobility, between strength and flexibility, between the past and present of your body. In the Shaolin tradition, it is believed that this specific posture opens the energy meridians that flow through the hips and legs, areas that typically become stiff with advancing age. The monks observed that people who maintained mobility in these regions were able to preserve their physical independence for decades beyond normal. What makes the bow stance particularly valuable is its ability to simultaneously work several physical qualities that generally deteriorate with aging: balance, proprioception, functional strength, and dynamic flexibility. This isometric posture creates a type of strength that transfers directly to everyday activities like climbing stairs, getting up from the floor, or simply walking with confidence. The benefits of the bow stance are impressive when practiced regularly. First, it revitalizes the hip flexors, muscles that become chronically shortened due to excessive sitting time, one of the main culprits of premature aging of the musculoskeletal system. Second, it strengthens the quadriceps and glutes in an integrated way, creating a type of functional strength that gym machines simply cannot replicate. Third, it improves balance through activation of the small stabilizing muscles around the ankles and knees. To execute the bow stance correctly, enter a long lunge position with the front knee bent and back leg stretched. Lower your hips until you feel a deep stretch in the back hip while the front thigh works to keep you stable. Hold this challenging position for 20 to 30 seconds and then switch sides. This exercise is not just about leg strength. It specifically targets the hip flexors that become tight from sitting, while simultaneously strengthening the quadriceps and glutes. The result is that you will move with the fluid grace of someone half your age. A frequent mistake is letting the front knee go beyond the line of the toes, which places unnecessary stress on the joint. Make sure the knee is aligned with the ankle and pointing in the same direction as the toes. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Having constant access to science-based information is what will make you progress with long-term health in the world of bodybuilding. Exercise number 4, isometric push-up. The isometric push-up represents one of the most underestimated exercises in the Shaolin arsenal. While the modern world focuses on how many push-ups you can do, the monks understood the power of not moving, of finding strength in stillness. This posture transcends simple muscle building. In Shaolin philosophy, it symbolizes containment, the ability to retain power until the exact moment it is needed. The monks believed that this mental and physical discipline was as important as strength itself. What makes the isometric push-up such a powerful tool against aging is its ability to develop continuous muscle tension, something we rarely experience in our daily lives. This sustained tension strengthens not only muscles, but also tendons and ligaments. tissues that typically deteriorate with age and are responsible for many injuries in older people. The beauty of this exercise lies in its ability to recruit high-threshold motor units, muscle fibers that are normally only activated under heavy loads or explosive movements. By holding the isometric position, you force the progressive recruitment of these fibers, creating a growth stimulus that is impossible to replicate with fast movements. To execute it correctly, enter a push-up position and lower yourself halfway. Now comes the challenge. Hold this position without moving up or down. Your chest should be approximately halfway to the floor, with your entire body locked in perfect alignment. This static posture works chest, shoulders, triceps, and core all at once, developing the type of integrated strength that translates to real-world activities. Need to get up from the floor? Carry heavy bags? Open resistant doors? This posture prepares your body for all of this. A critical mistake I frequently observe is head position. Many look up or let their head drop, creating unnecessary tension in the neck. Keep your neck aligned with your spine, looking at a point on the floor slightly in front of you. Another common misconception is neglecting core activation. Your abdomen should be continuously engaged, as if you were preparing to receive a punch. Without this activation, the spine tends to sag, creating a curvature that can lead to injuries. Exercise number 5. Superman. The Superman, although it has a modern name, reflects an ancestral practice that Shaolin monks used to strengthen the posterior chain of the body, a set of muscles often neglected in the contemporary world, but crucial for upright posture and healthy aging. In Shaolin philosophy, balance between the front and back of the body was considered fundamental not only for physical performance, but also for overall health. The monks observed that, as people aged, they tended to curve forward, with rounded shoulders and projected head, a posture that not only prematurely aged appearance, but also compromised breathing and the function of internal organs. What makes the Superman particularly effective as an anti-aging tool is its ability to simultaneously strengthen the spinal erectors, glutes, hamstrings, and upper back muscles. This combination creates what Shaolin masters called the bamboo spine, flexible, but incredibly resistant to forces trying to bend it. The benefits of this isometric posture are profound and comprehensive. First, it reinforces the spinal erectors, essential muscles that keep the spinal column upright against constant gravity. Second, it activates the rhomboids and middle and lower trapezius, counterbalancing the effects of hours spent in front of computers and smartphones. Third, it strengthens the glutes and hamstrings, critical areas for pelvic stability and lower back. Health. To execute the Superman correctly, lie face down with arms extended above your head. Simultaneously, lift arms, chest, and legs off the floor, keeping your gaze toward the floor to preserve natural neck alignment. Your body should form a smooth curve, like an arch. The secret is to activate every muscle of the posterior chain, from heels to fingertips. Hold this position for 15 to 20 seconds, focusing on breathing deeply despite the challenging position. Visualize energy flowing along the posterior part of the body, revitalizing muscles that are rarely used to their full capacity in daily life. A common mistake in this exercise is hyperextending the neck, looking up instead of maintaining neutral alignment. This can create unnecessary tension in the cervical region. Keep your gaze directed toward the floor, as if you were holding a small orange between your chin and chest. Another frequent misconception is lifting the limbs too high, creating excessive compression in the lumbar vertebrae. The movement should be controlled and moderate. Lift only enough to feel muscle engagement without forcing the range. Exercise number 6. Isometric side plank. The side plank, or side plank as it is known modernly, has its roots in the ancestral practices of Shaolin monks, who understood the importance of three-dimensional core training long before Western science confirmed its benefits. In the Shaolin tradition, it was believed that true power flowed not only from the center line of the body, but also from the sides. This holistic vision recognized that, in real life, Forces rarely come from the front. They arise from all angles, requiring a complete stabilization system to face them. What makes the side plank especially valuable in the fight against aging is its ability to strengthen frequently neglected muscles that are critical for lateral and rotational stability, specifically the external and internal obliques, the quadratus lumborum, and hip abductors. These muscles are essential for preventing falls, one of the greatest health risks as we age. The benefits of this exercise go far beyond aesthetics. First, it develops lateral trunk stability, crucial for everyday activities like leaning to the side, carrying objects with one hand, or simply balancing on irregular surfaces. Second, it strengthens the oblique muscles, creating a natural muscular corset that protects the spine against injuries. Finally, it improves coordination between trunk and limbs, an essential element for maintaining agility throughout life. To correctly execute the side plank, lie on your side with your forearm resting on the floor directly below your shoulder. Stack your feet one on top of the other and lift your hips, creating a straight line from head to feet. The secret is to actively engage all trunk muscles, not just holding the position, but creating deliberate tension, as if you were resisting a force trying to push you down. Maintain the alignment for 20 to 30 seconds on each side, breathing deeply, while visualizing energy flowing through the lateral chain of the body. This exercise not only strengthens your visible muscles, but also deepens the mind-body connection that Shaolin monks considered essential for longevity. A common mistake I regularly observe is allowing the hips to drop toward the floor. This compensation drastically reduces the benefit of the exercise and can overload the lower back region. Keep your hips elevated and aligned with the rest of your body throughout the entire duration of the exercise. Another frequent misconception is neglecting the supporting shoulder. Many people allow the shoulder to sink toward the ear, creating harmful compression in the joint. Keep the shoulder active and away from the ear, as if you were trying to push the floor away. Exercise number 7. Isometric glute bridge. The isometric glute bridge represents one of the most fundamental exercises in the Shaolin tradition, although it is often underestimated in modern fitness. The ancient masters understood what science now confirms. The glutes are literally the power center of the human body. In Shaolin philosophy, the glutes were revered as the lower dantian, a center of vital energy that, when properly strengthened, radiates vitality throughout the body. The monks observed that people who maintained strong and active glutes throughout life preserved their mobility and independence far beyond their contemporaries. What makes the glute bridge particularly effective against aging is its ability to reverse the damage caused by modern sedentary lifestyle. Spending hours sitting daily leads to gluteal amnesia, a condition where the brain literally forgets how to properly activate these powerful muscles. This isometric posture not only strengthens the glutes, but also reestablishes the essential neural connections between brain and muscle. The benefits of this isometric posture are transformative. First, it activates the gluteus maximus, the largest muscle in the human body, responsible for hip extension and pelvic stability. Second, it strengthens the entire posterior chain, including spinal erectors and hamstrings, creating an integrated support system for the spine. Finally, it improves hip mobility, counteracting the shortening caused by long hours in sitting position. To correctly execute the glute bridge, lie on your back with knees bent and feet resting on the floor. Push through your heels and lift your hips until your body forms a straight bridge from shoulders to knees. The crucial part: squeeze your glutes hard and hold this position for 30 seconds. This simple posture activates up to 30% more muscle fibers in the glutes than regular squats, making it incredibly effective for developing the posterior chain strength that keeps you walking, running, and moving like someone decades younger. A common mistake I frequently observe is using mainly the lower back muscles instead of the glutes. This not only reduces the effectiveness of the exercise, but can also overload the lower back region. Focus on consciously squeezing the glutes throughout the entire duration of the posture. Another frequent misconception is elevating the hips excessively, creating hyperextension in the lower back region. Your spine should form a straight line from shoulders to knees, not an arch. If you liked it and also want to discover 11 mistakes that most people who train still make without realizing it, we have left a video appearing right now on the screen showing each of them better. Be sure to check it out. Thank you for watching until here, and may God bless you, my friend.